What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today I'll be working on my family's most favorite Thai noodle dish, pad see ew. Let's jump to it. All right, guys, so this right here is kai lan, okay? It's Chinese broccoli. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like out of the bag. This is it right here, okay? This is your Chinese broccoli, and you want it to look or end up looking like this. We just chop it up. We want to do the stems about yay small, and then as we get further up, thinner with the leaves and everything, we want to roughly chop it. And so it should look like this. All right, now we are starting with our pad see ew sauce, and this includes 5 separate liquid ingredients. This here is oyster sauce. I'm guessing that an oyster sauce, any type, would work well. This, I know, all these ingredients that I will be showing you work fantastic. So this is the one I use. And then we use also a less sodium soy sauce. Again, I believe any type of soy sauce would work. I know for sure, like I said, that this works great. So that's the Kikkoman. Then we have our Golden Mountain seasoning sauce. Excellent flavor right there for sure. And then we have the umami ingredient here, which is fish sauce. This is the particular brand I use. And the one ingredient for sure, the 5th and final liquid ingredient that we want to use, is the black soy sauce. This is a Thai soy sauce. You want to make sure you get this bottle. And the bottle, I believe, you got to make sure that it has an orange cap to it. I believe there's other colors. I, in fact, know that there are other colors. So you want to make sure that you get this with the orange cap. So those 5 ingredients. So real quickly, we're going to make our sauce, and it's super easy. We want to do 2 tablespoons of the oyster sauce. And I was running out of the other bottle of oyster sauce. I had to run to get this at the store. That's 1. Okay, come on now. There's roughly 2. All right, and now we're gonna go in with our soy sauce. We'll do 1 tablespoon of this Kiko. All right. Using the same measuring tool, we want to do half of the Golden Mountain. And that's about half. Next, we do half tablespoon of the fish sauce. And maybe I went a little slightly over, which is not a problem. And black soy sauce, we're gonna use teaspoons. So we'll get rid of that tablespoon measuring tool, and to our teaspoon again, we're gonna use 2. Woo! That was about 1 3/4. I forgot, warning to you that this soy sauce, this black Thai soy sauce, is liquidy. It's not very thick. So the consistency is definitely different from some of the other ones. So you want to make sure that you're pouring slowly. So that, again, I said was about 1 3/4. We're just gonna do a tiny bit slowly, Brian. Here we are. That might be a little bit over, but that's okay. I think we're gonna be all right, guys, okay? I've made this long enough that I know that these are all approximations, and as close as we can as possible to this particular recipe is should be fine. All right, so now we just get a little mini whisk and do this right here. And it smells delicious, guys. So this here, and as you see, it's not a whole lot of sauce. It's good for 2 servings, okay? And that again, ooh, smells delicious. And just a little bit more whisking here, and that should do it. You want to do a little taste here, and oh gosh, that is excellent sauce. So there we are, guys. That is our Palate sauce. Now on to our noodles. So for Palate, we want to use Ho Fun. The thing is, I live in a rather heavily populated Asian community, and there are many stores in the general area. The problem is I can't find Ho Fun, and instead I find a rice noodle that suits this Palate recipe. And the one that I've been using, at least for the past couple years, is this particular rice noodle. And as you see here, they're not very fat. They're somewhat thinly sliced. So the Ho Fun you want is a little fatter, okay, than these ones. I would say if you were to put these 2 together, that's how wide you want them. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. I have to separate them. And another thing, a little FYI for you, this says refrigerate after opening. I found this not in the refrigerated section of an Asian store, but what I have found out is that for every Asian store I go to, you want to go to the noodle section, obviously, but you won't find this in the refrigeration unit. You'll find it next to a refrigeration unit. So I guess that proximity to the refrigeration is the ideal temperature, I would say, to make this shelf stable. Like I said, refrigerate after opening if you're not going to use it right away, or maybe you're not making as many, portions. I would say this is probably good for maybe 8 to 12 portions. I'm not quite sure, but that is what I ventured to guess. This here is a 32 ounce or 2 pounds worth of rice noodles. So let's go ahead and open this up. I gotta separate them, and we're gonna go right to cooking. I'm using a 10.5-inch anodized non-stick wok. I've used other woks before for this dish, and they work fine. Setting that over a medium-high flame, I've added some olive oil there, allowing that to heat up. Then we go in with 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Don't allow that garlic to burn. Once it does get a little brown to it, go in with 2 eggs. This is for 2 servings, by the way, of this dish. Fishing out any little bits that may have fell in. Once it sets, you want to crack both the yolks, scramble slightly, allowing that to set one more time. And then once I'd say it's like 95% scrambled, you want to go in with your greens and get those leaves and stems lightly coated with that olive oil. Then we go in with our rice noodle. I would say maybe half of our sauce, mix that around, add the rest of it. And that's looking great. You want to use as much of that wok surface as possible. Don't allow any of those noodles to pile up on each other. You want to get those noodles to char. That is the goal here right now. And as you saw, I added 2 tablespoons of sugar. That's raw sugar. That's what I had on hand. And managing the heat and allowing, again, for those noodles to char. You want them dark brown or even a little bit of black. And that's looking great. All right, guys, that actually is starting to smell perfect. You get that little charring, the little dark brown, sort of black flavoring to it, that's when you know that your pad see ew is almost done. And you can actually tell the difference from the time that you add the sauce to when it's starting to get that char on it, to the time when you actually see the char. There's a difference in that smell. So we're done with our dish, guys, and I'm trying to show you some of the dark noodles there. And not all the noodles are charred, but there's a good amount there that will make this dish taste fantastic. Now we set our heat to, I would say, medium to medium high, and moving strategically our wok so not too much of our noodles and kailan is further cooked. We just want to give that cooked shrimp some color and mix that up real good. I've added some white distilled vinegar with some chopped Thai chili peppers there, and that's some white pepper. Definitely add those condiments onto your pad see ew, guys. This is delicious. I hope you try it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell if you haven't done so. We'll see you on the next one, guys.